guys, for today's video I'm going to be doing a makeup 101 intro to makeup, beginners friendly makeup. So this video is going to be for people who have no makeup knowledge whatsoever at all. Like, you don't know any makeup terms and you have never touched makeup before. This is that video. It could be for the teens that are in high school or in college that are wanting to get into makeup, learning makeup for the very first time. This can be for anyone who is like in their 30s, 40s, even 50 and above, who have never worn makeup before, but suddenly you want to get into doing makeup. It's never too late to learn how to do makeup. Like, as long as you're willing to learn, you can start anytime. I've honestly have been wanting to do this video for a very long time now because I really like makeup, and I'm not claiming that I'm good at it, but I feel like I know enough at this point in my life. Like, I've been doing it for probably about to be 10 years now. I know that I'm not like probably the best teacher, but I still want to do this because I know how it feels like to want to get into makeup. But because there is like so much makeup knowledge nowadays, there's like so much going on, you're gonna start hearing words like contour, bronzing, baking, underpainting. I just remember like feeling so overwhelmed when I first started learning makeup. If you're someone who already have like makeup knowledge and just want like more like advanced or intermediate makeup looks or makeup tutorials, I can do those as well. That would be for like future videos, but for today's video it's going to be like the very bare basics, like I don't know makeup at all. Okay, actually first, before I start with the official tutorial, 2 glow up tips, or like glow up hacks if you will. You don't have to do these things, but I feel like it will really elevate your look. First one is, if you wear glasses, I recommend you to switch over to contacts and start exploring contacts, because that's something that you think you'll be comfortable with, and if you're able to do so, because depending on the glasses that you wear, a lot of like glasses cover like a big chunk of your face pretty much. So I feel like when you wear glasses, they just takes up a lot of your face. Your eyes is like a really important part of any like makeup routine. So if you're like really worried about wearing contacts in general, or like if you don't know what's for you, or if you're like scared to try contact, consult like an eye doctor and they will help you with this journey. But ever since I started wearing contacts, it has really made me more confident in myself. And not to say that I don't wear glasses, I still wear glasses a lot. There are times where I still do makeup while wearing glasses, so I can still do like glasses makeup tutorial as well for you. But this is just like an advice, I guess. So if it's something that you can do, I would highly recommend you to do so. Want to start getting into makeup and want to start elevating your makeup looks and doing a lot of different looks. For example, if you are into anime and you like to do cosplay and stuff like that, color contacts is seriously like, it's a game changer. I prefer wearing color contacts when I go out or whenever, like day to day. And I am currently wearing this right here, a brown lens from Olens. They have like monthly contacts. And the second hack or like tip that I have to glow up, and this one is to basically just make your routine easier, is to get your eyebrows done. It's whatever you're comfortable with, so either like threading, waxing, blading, I'm probably forgetting like more, but from personal experience I find it just easier, because the main part of doing that is so that you can have like a base, like a shape, like a base shape for your eyebrows. So every time that you go to get it like threaded or waxed or whatever, they will shape it for you. I know that right now at the moment it looks like I have non-existing eyebrows, so it's kind of like contradicting of what I'm saying, but it's because I have been experimenting my eyebrows for so long, and I just like my eyebrows to be super thin so that I can draw them in easier depending on like the occasion that, you know, whatever occasion I'm in. But for like a beginner, look up a picture of like an eyebrow shape or style that you want, and then go to like an eyebrow expert and have them like just craft your dream eyebrow shape. And I promise you, like, your makeup, your like eye makeup routine is gonna be so much faster and easier because you don't have to do much with your eyebrow. And I find that a lot of like beginners have trouble with like styling or drawing or just like anything eyebrow in general. Okay, so now we are going to officially start our makeup 101. So in here I have gathered everything you need, like literally everything you need to start learning makeup for the very first time. If you have no makeup knowledge whatsoever, these are the things like I would recommend you get from the store. I know it does look like a lot, but I promise you it's not. The first thing that I'm gonna need you to do when you are learning makeup, when you are thinking of putting on makeup for the very first time, is moisturizer. The moisturizer I'm using right now is from the brand called Verse, and it's literally just like a moisturizer. Any of the brands that I'm using right now today, you do not have to copy at all. Like, you just need to get, so for example, like moisturizer, when I say moisturizer, you literally can use any moisturizer. Obviously, like some brands are better than others, but just for like to learning the basics, it doesn't really matter what brand you're using, so you don't have to go and buy the same brand that I'm using. Even I switch the brands that I use all the time. There's a lot of steps to skincare, but moisturizer is always going to be like the most important one because you really need to hydrate your skin if you want to start putting on a lot of makeup. I'm gonna put on some skincare. Pro tip, whatever skincare that you end up doing, always make sure to drag it down to your neck. Next step, equally as important, not as important as moisturizer I would say, but also very important in like the skincare world, and it is sunscreen. I feel like 2026 by now you should really know that sunscreen is really important. It's highly recommended that you use face sunscreen at least once a day. And especially if you do makeup and you're gonna go outside, even if you don't go outside, you should still be putting on sunscreen every single day because it just has like benefits. So the sunscreen that I use every single day is the one from Round Labs. Again, you can use any face sunscreen anywhere, like whatever you can find, you can use as long as it's like SPF 30 plus. I recommend you use this one because it doesn't leave like a white cast on your face. It's just gonna look like regular moisturizer. The sun is sadly setting, but I don't really want to wait until tomorrow to continue filming, so I'm just gonna continue. So hopefully my vanity light is enough. Another thing that I forgot to mention at the beginning of this tutorial is that while you are doing your makeup, I would really recommend that you put on some sort of like lip balm or lip mask. For example, this is the one that I usually use. It's like the lip mask from Colourpop. Basically anything to moisturize your lips as you do your makeup. It will just help you prep your lips for when you do like your lipstick and stuff. Now that we are done with like the skincare portion, we can jump straight into like the makeup. For this tutorial, I am not going to do foundation because if it's just like a regular day-to-day makeup, like you're going to school or you're going to work or whatever, I feel like you really don't need to do a foundation. When you're just getting into makeup, I feel like you really don't need to go that heavy just yet. You can go straight into concealer. Okay, there's a lot of concealer a lot of concealer on the market right now, like a lot, like millions. So you can get any brand of concealer you want, but just you have to make sure that it matches your skin tone. If you're buying concealer for the very first time and you don't know your shade, you can just go into like an Ulta, Sephora, and literally just ask anyone that's working there, can you help me find my shade? And they will be more than happy to help you. The concealer that I am using today is the one from Huda Beauty. Here. Put it like here, under my eye here, right here, 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 a little down my nose, and then around my mouth, like that. And then if you have like a pimple or like a blemish or any like spots that you want to cover up, you just like go ahead and put it on that. So like if I have like a pimple here or like I have like spots right here, I'll just like dab it like that. Concealers, I like to leave it on my face for a little bit for it to dry, and then I also like to use like some sort of like hydrating mist to do this. You don't have to. This is like an extra step, but I personally have like really dry skin, so my face gets really dry throughout the day. So I like to invest in like face mists, like hydrating mists and sprays for myself. This one is from Rhode, and it's just like a hydrating mist that you can apply in between your makeup routine. So I will literally just spray it on. Okay, once it's like sort of dry, you want to go in with like a concealer brush. It's from Hourglass, but again, you can use literally any concealer brush. Just start blending into my face like this. So I would do like the mouth area first. You want to leave like your eye area for last, because you want that concealer to set the longest, or as long as possible. It gives like a smoother finish, kind of like dabbing but also pressing in at the same time, like gently like this. Okay, then the side blemishes, then up here, then down to the nose. Now I'm gonna go in and do the eyes. You don't want to smear it all over your face too much. Like just kind of dab it in place. So like if it's like the eye area, you just kind of want to just dab only under the eye area. Okay, now do the other side. Okay, I'm very aware that my face looks a little crazy right now. My makeup style is more of like trust the process. So please bear with me. It's gonna turn out okay in the end. Okay, so after we finish blending in our concealer, this is like personal preference, and you don't have to do this extra step, but what I usually like to do after I blend in my concealer with a brush is that I like to go in with a beauty blender, soak it in water so it's like kind of wet, and then you want to go in and like diffuse like the harsh lines. Literally will come in and start like stamping it. I'm looking at my mirror behind the camera, so that's why I'm like looking here sometimes. Beauty blender and blend it out, and I feel like personally it looks so much better after you do this. Once you blend everything out, that's pretty much it for like coverage. If you feel like one layer of concealer is not enough to cover your blemishes, like dark spots, imperfections, or like your under eye circle, you can most definitely go in again with the same concealer, like the same spot, and just add like a second layer. Moving on to the next thing, powder. Especially if you know, like getting oily throughout the day, or if you have like oily skin type, powder is going to be like your new best friend. So the two that I have here is Huda Beauty and Kosa's. You can use any type of powder you want. There's two types of powder. One is translucent powder, which it's just a powder and it doesn't give any coverage for you, and another is like coverage type powders. For me, I kind of switch in between both. It doesn't really matter too much, but for personal preference, I prefer powders that does give like a little coverage, especially if I'm not wearing foundation and I'm wearing just concealer. The powder that has like a little coverage does kind of help a little bit to cover your blemishes even more. It's not like full coverage, but there's still like color to it, so it does help cover up somewhat. Okay, for powders, I usually like to go in with like a powder puff that looks like this, but you can also use a brush as well, something like this, and you just tap it and want to dab if you don't really want like heavy powder. But for me, for personal preference, I like to use my powder with a powder puff. So I'll literally just apply like this right here. You grab some, tap it onto your wrist or your hand so you don't pick up too much, and then you literally just go in, starting first with the under eye area, like so, like that. Like just press it in, like immediately you should see like the difference. The area that you apply powder, it's very like mattified now, and it helps if you do get oily throughout the day. It will help lock in your makeup, and powder is just like my holy grail ever since I've discovered it. You don't have to do like your whole face. You can just do the areas that you put your concealer on. So like your under eye, right? Two sides, and then you did like around your mouth, and then you also did like on your forehead a little bit, like your T-zone, that's what they call it here, like the T-zone. So basically put powder where you either put concealer or the areas that you know gets really oily throughout the day. It's literally nighttime now, so it's dark AF outside and I'm getting a little concerned, and it's not really ideal for me to be recording right now, but I still want to keep moving, so I'm just gonna continue. So now that we're done with powder, the next thing we're going to move into will be the eye makeup, like the eye section. So like think right here. The first thing I usually do when I get into like the eye area is to always do my brows. A lot of makeup people have different preferences on when they do their brows. So for example, a lot of people like to do their brows the very first step, even before like concealer or foundation or whatever. They like to do their brows first. But for me, I always do my brows after I powder. It's just like a personal preference, so you don't really have to do it like me. But for brows, for me, I like to keep my brows really thin, or when I like get my brows threaded or waxed, I really ask them for like a really thin shape, because I like to draw in my brows. I think if you're starting out with makeup, here is the one product that I would really recommend. NYX brow mascara. So this is what it looks like here. This is a brow mascara, so like kind of like a brow gel kind of. Will shape your brows, give it color, and will keep it in place literally all day. It's like a 3-in-1 type of thing. So for someone who's like a beginner who doesn't really know how to draw their brows on yet, or doesn't know how to like shape the brows, all you need to do is literally, it's like doing mascara for your eyes but for your brows. So basically all you need to do is you just, okay, I'm gonna need to look into the mirror to do this because I can't do it without a mirror. But basically you take the brow mascara and you start going in like lightly at first and start literally just coating your brows like so. Go lighter at first because you can always add more. Okay, I need to use a mirror for this because I cannot see my brows in the camera. Okay, so literally just start coating your brows. And this is the part where I say it's helpful if you get your brows like shaped before you do any brow product stuff, like brow makeup stuff, because if you already have like the shape, all you need to do is just coat the entire brow and you're done. Like you just basically you're setting it and you're done. If you make like a mess or anything on the side, all you need to do is literally just go in with your concealer and just like clean it up. So like there's still concealer left on my brush, so I would literally just go in and like clean the edges like that, and like underneath here too, like just go in and kind of like shape your brows or like clean up the area where you accidentally put on the brow product that you don't want. Compare this one to this one, like this one looks more full, there's like more shape to it, versus this one looks like I don't have any eyebrows at all. Okay, now I'm gonna do the other side off camera. I did it kind of fast, so it's not like super perfect, but you kind of get it, right? Like spend as much time as possible when using this product and just keep like playing around with it, kind of experiment and see what shape you like, how many coats you need. So after doing brows, the next step that I do is eyeshadow. Eyeshadow is literally one of my favorite steps in doing makeup and eye makeup, because this is like the fun part. This is where you can experiment a lot of different types of eye makeup looks, like based on what occasion you're going to, how like intricate, how fancy, how intense you want the eye makeup to look. But for this video, since this is a beginner's makeup tutorial, I'm going to do the super basic. If you have never done eyeshadow before, I would recommend you get like a beginner's palette, like a very neutral palette with neutral colors. I'm talking about like brown, black, white, like the three main basic neutral colors. So this palette that I have here is from Colourpop. It's called Going Coconuts. And in here, in this palette, I would recommend this for like a beginner, or there's everything that you need for like to begin doing eyeshadow. When you're first starting, I would really recommend you stick to neutral colors, like very natural look. So ignore this. This used to be white, but it fell out. Like I used it too much that it fell out. But here, and this one you can see like there's like a really light shade for like the base, and then there's like a couple of brown shades as well, and then a really dark brown that you can use for like acting as black, because you don't really want to do like a black eyeshadow, like intense black. But if you want like a more smoky look, the dark brown is fine, and it can act as like the black. Every time like I'm like doing my makeup quickly, like for a more natural look, I always go in with like a light brown color, and all you have to do is just go in with it. You can tap like the excess out and then just sweep it across your whole entire eyelid. Like that's it. Like that's literally makeup 101. There's no special technique or anything. You literally just go in and cover your whole entire eyelid. That's it. I don't know if like the camera is picking up on it, but immediately there's a difference. Like the eye here looks more like elevated. I'm sorry, like I have a lack of vocabulary about just eyeshadow. It draws attention more to your eyes, and this is where when you have color contacts, it's gonna look even prettier. That's literally it with eyeshadows. Okay, next up is going to be eyeliner. So this step is optional. You do not need to put on eyeliner whatsoever, but me personally, I really like eyeliner. It's one of my staples in every makeup look that I do. But I know how hard it is to put on eyeliner, and I know how hard it is to like draw a wing, so I'm not really gonna get into that yet, because it's like it's a learning curve to draw like a cat eye or like a strong wing eyeliner. Like, I'm not even gonna get into any of that. I'm gonna talk about eyeliner in general. So there's two types of beginner's eyeliner that you can do if you want to get started. I'm gonna do one style or one kind on each eye so you can kind of see the difference. The first kind of eyeliner that you can go is just to literally use a dark eyeshadow and just start lining your eyes on top here as if you're drawing on like an eyeliner. And this is like very beginner friendly. I usually use like this type of here. It's like a really flat brush, but it has like a little angle for you to do like a wing. What you do is you just dip your brush into the color, right? And then literally, okay, I need my mirror for this, but all you have to do is just start lining from the inside of your eye all the way out, like just stamping the dark brown on it as if you're drawing like a little line on top of your lid. You want to start like on the inside like this, and then keep picking up more color. Just go along the line of your eyes, like stay as close as possible to like your lid. Okay, you can extend it out a little bit, but if not, you can just end where like your eye ends. So like you can either extend it out just a little bit past your eye, or I usually like to extend it out like a little bit like that, just like extend it out so it makes your eyes look a little bigger. So if you don't think that it's like dark enough, going in with the eyeshadow until it's as dark as you want it. No special technique to this, you're just dabbing it along the line. And because it's eyeshadow, you don't really have to be like precise, because it will just kind of blend in with the eyeshadow you already have, so it's not gonna look too messy even if you mess up. So it's like, that's what I'm saying, it's very beginners friendly. This is like without eyeliner, this is with the eyeshadow right here. Hopefully you can tell the difference already. And the second method that you can do, which is a little bit more work and precision, is with liquid eyeliner. Now this one is my personal favorite just because I really like the way that liquid eyeliner looks on me. It's like personal preference. If you're a beginner, you want to get something that is really thin. So the one I'm using is from Flower Nose. Just get any eyeliner from like the drugstore, like CVS. Any liquid eyeliner will work. This is the one that I'm currently using. See how like thin it looks? It's kind of harder for you to mess up, or even if you do mess up, it's not, you don't have like a thick line that you need to erase. Liquid eyeliner requires a lot of precision, so same thing with the eyeshadow. You're literally going to just start with the inner corner of your eye, and you stay as close to like the, I don't know what it's called, like the waterline or like your eyelids waterline as much as possible. The same thing that you did on the other side, but just with the eyeliner. Start here and just follow your natural eye shape and literally just put like a line. So I'm literally just gonna draw like a thin line across. Okay, just keep going straight across. When you reach like the end of your eye, this is where the same as the other side, you can either extend it a little bit out so it creates like a little like tip / wing, mini wing, or you can just end it right where your eye ends. This is like also personal preference. For me, I like to extend it a little bit out. So it's gonna look a little like this, where it just like makes your eyes look a little longer and bigger than it really is. Okay, so two different ways you can put on eyeliner as a beginner, and obviously I've done it so many times that it's very natural for me. But if it's your first time putting on eyeliner, take a lot of time to practice, to keep practicing over and over again. Like just wipe it with makeup remover and just keep practicing hugging as close to your waterline or like eyelid as much as possible, and you'll just start getting the hang of it. Nothing is gonna teach you better than trial and error practice. Okay, we are almost done with the eye makeup. The last step that I have for like a person beginning makeup to do in the eye region is mascara. The only two things that you need to put on mascara is a lash curler. And this lash curler, there's like a lot of different brands, but you can just buy any lash curler. Like as long as it looks like this, you're good. So just a lash curler like this, and any, like literally any mascara. If you're just starting out with makeup, like you don't need like a $50 mascara. Yeah, if you're someone who like sweats a lot and you're concerned about like your mascara running in any occasion, or make sure that it's a waterproof one and you're good. Okay, if you have never curled your lashes before, this might be a little tricky. Practice it in the mirror. So just, you want to take the wand, position it so that your lashes is in between here. Like line it up so it's in between like that. Like don't poke your eye, and then just curl it like so. There's like a lot of different techniques in curling lashes. For a beginner, curling lashes, all you have to do is just press it and clamp it, I would say like multiple times. Like I have non-existing lashes, so you can't really see unless it's like super zoomed in, but you can kind of see like already after I curl it, it's a little upwards versus the one that I didn't curl. So you're just gonna curl both sides, and then you're gonna go in with your mascara. Like so. Any mascara will work. You can experiment with different kinds of mascaras after you learn how to put on mascara, but for the purpose of learning makeup and learning how to put on mascara, you literally can just use any kind. Go in from the bottom, like the bottom of your lashes here, like very close to your waterline, and just go up like that. That's it. That's literally it. Like just keep going up. And how many coats? So that's like one coat, right? And then you can go back in, get some more product, and then go in with another coat. And you can keep doing this until you feel like it's good. So some people just need one coat, and other people will do like 10 coats. I'm exaggerating, but you can keep doing it 10 times if you feel like you want a really bold lash look. Because I did two different type of eyeliner looks on each side, I'm realizing now that I might look a little silly, but for the purpose of education, let's just ignore how non-symmetrical that looks. Okay, this is what it looks like with mascara on. And you're basically done with the eye look. This whole region is all set. Only thing left before you put on lipstick and finalize the look is blush. Blush just brings a lot to a look, and it just makes you look really cute. Adds like dimension to your face so it doesn't look too flat. Or just pick any blush shade that you like. There's like a lot of different types of blushes, a lot of different shades of blushes that fit different skin tones, but for the purpose of learning makeup, you can just start with a shade that you personally like. So if you like a more pinkish shade color, just go with that. If you like a more red, cherry red blush, get that. If you like more like orange type of blush, get that. The one that I use a lot is the one from Kaja Beauty, and it looks like this. To apply this, you get like a blush brush. Okay, that's like so hard to say. A blush brush like this here, and you just pick up some color and then go in like your cheek region, like that, and kind of just do this motion to diffuse it out if you think like it's too harsh, because usually sometimes I just dab it like that and then that's it. And then sometimes, just for dramatic effects, I would take some and put it across my nose as well to give it like a more like dolly look, like that. Okay, that's honestly pretty much it. The last step that you will usually want to do in like a makeup look will be lip balm, lipstick, lip stain, any type of lip product. Save that for last. To make it simple, I'm not even gonna do like lip liner. I'm just gonna go in with like a lip color. So this is a matte lip color by M's Cosmetic. I love this color because it's so pretty, but also natural at the same time, so it's not like too much. Like it's like a everyday color. I feel like this stuff should be easy enough. Like you just go along the shape of your natural lips. If you're not into like the matte look but you still want color, I would put on that color first and then go in with a gloss. So here I have the Huda Beauty faux filler jelly oil. So it's like a lip oil with no color, and you can just literally put it on top of like a color you already have, like that. The very last step, promise, very last step is going to be setting spray. So after you have worked so hard putting on everything on your face, you will need to lock it in with some sort of spray. This setting spray is my personal favorite of all time. It's a setting spray from Tilbury. It's the one that I've used so many times. This is like probably my 50th bottle or more. It is on the pricier side, so you definitely don't have to. Any will work as long as it says setting spray. You want to shake it up like this and then spray your whole face. Like that. Okay, so there you have it. A full face of makeup, very beginner friendly. I really hope that was simple enough for you guys to follow along. Try not to use like complex words or like words that you might not understand if you're just starting out and don't have any makeup vocab knowledge. I really understand how it's like first starting out with makeup and not knowing what to do. With the way that makeup has really progressed throughout the years, it's really hard to find a video nowadays that will teach you like the very bare basics of makeup. Before filming this, I had checked on YouTube. I literally like searched up beginner friendly makeup, how to do makeup 101 or whatever. Most of the videos, even when there's like beginner in the title, I realized that does require like viewers to know like a little bit about makeup in some sort to follow along, so it wasn't really as beginner friendly as they claim. I wanted to do something that actually starts from the very beginning, and obviously like I left out a lot of steps. There's just a lot of levels and things that you can do in makeup as you learn more and more, and as you master like a lot of things like eyeliner, eyeshadow, and you start getting more into it, like when you gain more knowledge and you want to dive deeper. Don't really have a name for this look, but if you were to give it a name, I would say it's like more like natural look, or like a natural no makeup look, because it doesn't look like I'm wearing too much makeup, but it's clear that I am wearing some sort of makeup. It's perfect for if you want to just go to work, go to school. Like, it's not doing too much, but it's also like elevating your look at the same time. Like, you still look like you put effort into your appearance, and that's really what makeup is. Like, it's just really enhancing the features that you already have. Okay, so here is me standing up. I just wanted to get like a different angle of the makeup. Thank you so much for watching my tutorial and for giving me a chance to do this type of video, and I hope that you have a great rest of the week and rest of the month, and see you in my next video. Bye.